Hello guys, welcome to another video. Now in patch 0.2 Dawn of the Hunt, I did a fresh start playthrough in SSF on Gas Grenade, and as part of that playthrough I spent a lot of time testing the mechanics of that skill, specifically the poison cloud that's created by Gas Grenade. I tested how a bunch of different modifiers interacted with it. For example, the poison cloud fully bypasses the chance to hit calculation. It will always inflict poison on targets standing in the cloud if it can, even if you have very low accuracy. Another major interaction was that Gas Grenade's poison cloud could not critically hit. And to be clear here, I'm talking about just the poison cloud portion of the skill that inflicts poison as though hitting, because Gas Grenade has three parts of the skill. It has the initial grenade explosion, which deals a very small amount of hit damage. Then it has the poison cloud, which poisons a target as though hitting without actually performing a hit. And lastly, it has the explosion if the poison cloud is detonated, which causes a hit with all of the physical damage converted to fire. Both the initial grenade hit and the explosion hit can critically hit, but the poison cloud couldn't. Well, it couldn't until patch 0.3, the third edict. That's right, in the current update for Path of Exile 2, Gas Grenade's poison cloud, the part of the skill that inflicts poison without actually hitting, can now critically hit, which means you can now scale the poison inflicted by the poison cloud with critical damage bonus. Now, some people may say that I'm crazy and that it could always crit, but that's just not the case. Sadly, I no longer have any of the footage of my own testing with the skill from months ago, but Jungroan was actually testing Gas Grenade mechanics literally the day before patch 0.3 went live, and I was in his stream at the time. He was testing to see if Gas Grenade's poison cloud could crit, and if it could extract impales, and the answer for both of those tests was no. For the crit testing, he was on an Amazon, testing with and without the use of the critical strike notable and the critical weakness debuff on the boss. And no matter how much critical hit chance he had, the damage of the poisons inflicted by the gas cloud did not change. They were consistent throughout.
Message. Why can Incinerate crit?
Now, the weird thing about this change is that it was completely undocumented in the patch notes. Gas Grenade is mentioned a total of one time, and it's affixed to the behaviour of Gas Grenade detonation regarding projectile movement. I would assume that this is potentially a bug fix, and it was always supposed to be able to crit, but there's no mention of that in the patch notes regarding this change. Now, the crazy thing about this is that I only stumbled on this by chance because I'm actually playing a Gas Grenade build in 0.3. I league started a Gas Grenade Pathfinder, and I noticed in a map yesterday that after I had picked up a Diamond Shrine, which is a shrine that causes you to always deal critical hits, that my damage was through the roof. The boss just absolutely melted to the poisons. I was literally dealing double damage. And I thought, maybe it's something to do with the modifier of always dealing critical hits. Perhaps that somehow bypasses Gas Grenade's normal mechanics for the poison cloud of being unable to crit. And so, after that, I immediately went to run some tests, and lo and behold, the poison cloud from Gas Grenade can now crit. And here is my testing in action. This is a low-level character with a basic crossbow, and you can see that the full damage from the poison cloud consistently deals about 25 damage over its full duration. But when socketing in inevitable critical support, we're able to boost up our crit chance a decent amount, and when successfully rolling a critical hit, you can see the full duration poison cloud deals about 50 damage, which would be correct when factoring in critical damage bonus.
Swell. Estelle, feed.
Now this has to be the poison cloud itself critically hitting, not just the initial grenade explosion, because as you can see, the initial grenade explosion deals 63% attack damage, whilst the poison cloud inflicts poison as though it was dealing 236% attack damage. So even if the initial explosion was a crit, and that crit inflicted poison, it wouldn't deal enough damage to deal more damage than a normal poison coming from the poison cloud. And this character has 1 max poison, so only the strongest poison will deal damage at any one time, and additionally this character doesn't have any poison chance anyway, so the initial gas grenade explosion can't poison. So this is definitely the poison cloud itself scaling with crit. And the interesting thing here is that from my testing, it appears that if the projectile is a crit, then the full duration poison cloud will be a crit. So every 2 seconds when the poison cloud inflicts a poison, each of those poisons will be scaled from critical damage bonus as long as the initial grenade rolled successfully for a critical hit. Now overall, this is quite a strong buff for gas grenade poison, and I'm certainly going to be implementing some changes into my own gas grenade build as a result of this discovery. However, I do want to mention that I have not tested Gas Arrow or Decompose yet. Those are 2 skills which have very similar or likely the same mechanics as Gas Grenade in terms of the poison cloud that they create. I haven't tested those skills yet to see if they can also crit now, so that's something I'll try to test out soon. Now, if you're looking for an update on my Gas Grenade Pathfinder build, I'll be making another post later today with the updates for Day 4, and I'm also going to be making some changes to the Mobalytics guide with some progress updates, but also some adjustments based on this new information. And then tomorrow I will post a video update for Day 5. And if you want to check out the Gas Grenade Pathfinder build guide, I'll link it in the pinned comment below. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, stay tuned and stay safe.